Hi, that's Yana here with you, and today I wanted to tell you a bit more about CELTA. As I promised, yes, and there was a post, as you know, and I wanted to tell you a bit more about the way and the variant, and that will be maybe again two parts video. Yeah, so get ready. Yes, I'll tell you about the start and how you can get there, what you need for it, and what was during the course and the results of the course, right? And maybe my recommendations as well. All right, just to start with, I did my CELTA as you saw in certificate and in the post. Yeah, so I did it back in 2018. So I was recommended by my work because I was about to start my Director of Studies employment, and I was recommended in order to well, to obtain this post, yes, to obtain this vacancy. So you need to have some certificates which are kind of obligatory. Okay, and CELTA was one of them. So in order to get your CELTA certificate, and for those who know, but I think there are no people like this, yeah, so that's a great certificate by Cambridge for all the teachers or new teachers who are just about to get a job as a teacher abroad. So usually Cambridge, of course, requires these for any language teacher in any European or UK country, right? So to start with, so in order to get there, so they recommend to have not less than B1 level, intermediate level, but I think, the flow of the lessons, the flow of the income information and everything that you get there, these input sessions, I would say it is B2 minimum, okay, so that's upper intermediate, and plus be aware that you have got two tutors. Or the second one is going to be the native one. Yeah, so they usually, well, in most cases, yeah, they should give you a British teacher. Yeah, so you need to be able to speak somehow. Yeah, so I recommend to be B2. And then well, it depends, of course, on the center. So I was doing it in Language Link, and I do not remember actually, so it was so long time ago, but I remember there was anyway a requirement of having C1 advanced Cambridge exam, yes, or maybe then the variant of B2 upper intermediate, so which is FCE, and they didn't ask for TKT certificates or anything like this, so it is all free. But as well as that, just please prove the knowledge of language. They have their own tests, and that was a pre-course task. So there were about 10 tasks, maybe a bit more. And there were all different types of tasks about grammar, about understanding of vocabulary, about knowledge of vocabulary and grammar, of course, not just the practical way where you need to just write down, for example, do does, typical grammar test. No, you need to explain the meaning, the construction, why this construction is used. For example, yes, so just I try to recall, information and tasks. And then from all these tasks, yes, of course, they're checked by the tutor who is going to teach you, and you send also information about you. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, I also wrote kind of an essay. uh, Please take me and why I want this to get this course. Yes, so why I am a good candidate. Yes, so then they if they like you and everything that you've already done, they will appoint an interview. Well, in my case, it was online because I was taking it in Krasnodar. At that time, I was back in Novosibirsk, and so I traveled for 1 month there. And that was my tutor, amazing Juliana Nikolaevna Chernikova, and she was our tutor, and she was talking about, well, she checked my work, and of course, then we were discussing it all. We discussed my mistakes. Well, I didn't have a lot, but there were. And yeah, so mostly something about the grammar context, yes, and the meaning of the grammar. Um, so then after that, yes, again, she asked you like, why do you need this course? And of course, yes, so your answer should be more or less applicable. Yeah, so not just like because I want to waste my money, right? Well, please be, productive. Something why exactly you want it, maybe for your career prospects, for development, for, CPT stuff, or maybe you would like to, I don't know, work abroad, yes, and have an opportunity like this. So all in all, for me, it was already like 2018, yes. So for me, I was about to become a director of studies. And the funny thing that CELTA is usually taken by students who are about to start teaching career. So they teach you how to teach. And for people, for us, yes, I think for especially teachers in Russia, yes, so we are a bit scared. We think that we need to get ready, for AGs, and then we can go and do this course. Plus, it's quite expensive, you can imagine. I think nowadays it is even more expensive, of course, and that's why, yes, so you need to, be able to get ready for it. And so in my case, it was the same situation. I was too scared to go before the time, so I decided to go when I'm ready financially and kind of intelligently, right? So that was the case. But we had students there, and there were great trainees as well. We were 11 girls, yes, back in Krasnodar, and we were 11 girls, and some of them were seriously just changing the career, for example, from, I don't know, a nurse to teacher, right? And it is perfectly fine. So this is actually how it should be. Well, but again, it depends, yes, on the background of every teacher. So there were 11 girls, and to continue my story, so when everything was done, so we moved there for a month, and that was language link, language school, right? Giving you this opportunity. And we had two tutors. That was Yuliana Nikolaevna, who is the main tutor of this school, yes, and it is the branch of Rostov-on-Don school. And that was the first year that they opened in Krasnodar. It was amazing school, amazing city, actually, recommend strongly, great people there. And of course, they were trying to, to find and to attract attention to the, of course, center. So we had this course, 11 people there, all in all, and we had the second tutor. It was Mali Magi, an amazing lady. I think she was from Oxfordshire, if I'm not mistaken, and she was also our tutor. We had two groups, so we were divided into two groups. The first group was appointed to the elementary group first, to teach elementary students. So, and the second group to intermediate students. So for about, now I can be mistaken, for about 3 weeks, yes, so for 4 weeks, 1 month, yes, we were teaching two different levels of groups. So 2 weeks, one group was with elementary, then last 2 weeks they changed to intermediate, and then the second group, relatively, yes, so they changed to the group of elementary, okay? And so every group had the main tutor, right? In my group it was Yuliana Nikolaevna, and well, it was for the second week, for the second 2 weeks, yes. And Malia Magi, she was for the intermediate group, yes, the tutor. And then the groups, we just changed the girls, and that's it. They were real students, adults, and they also were, like welcome to this course, and they just were our students, for these 2-3 weeks. It depends, they were changed sometimes, yes, and it was really nice experience, for them. It was interesting because teachers change every day, mostly every evening, and it was intensive course for them because they were having their lessons every evening. So let me stop here and let's go for part 2. I'll tell you how the process went there.